G'day, how are you? David Seymour back with another session of the Nitty Gritty, and this is part 2 about open homes. Now, the other day I spoke about doing your open homes just a little bit better and having more content to give people, more useful content to give people that most agents won't use. Well, I'm just going to build on that a little bit more. And one of the good things you can do for potential buyers is to supply them with accurate, up-to-date statistics of what is sold in the street or the surrounding couple of streets in the last 3 months or so, or maybe even 6 months. The thing with that is that it doesn't matter whether there was maybe only 4 or 5 homes sold in that period of time that you want to work with. It doesn't matter whether they're more expensive or whether they were slightly lesser value. You just need to create your story to make it work for you. So if there was only 3 or 4 houses in the last 4 months sold in this street or in the surrounding couple of streets, that's an added bonus because it means that there's not many places in this neighborhood ever available. If they were more expensive than what you're expecting for this property because they were bigger houses or newer homes or whatever, that's also an added bonus because you can say, hey look, this house is this price because it is only a 3-bedroom home, where these ones were 4-bedroom homes, or they had bigger sections, or whatever it is. Just change your story to make it into a positive. If they were cheaper than the one that you're marketing, again, just flip it around and say, hey look, these ones were sold less, if you're asked about it of course, these ones sold slightly less because they were only 3-bedroom homes, or the smaller sections, or at the end of the cul-de-sac instead of having a better view, and those sort of things. So you change it to a positive. The next thing that you need to do with your open homes is have a great open home register, and you get everybody's details. And if you can, you get their postal address as well, so you can send them a thank you card on Monday morning. The thing about doing that thank you card is that, as I've said in previous videos, fuck all people will do it. It's something that most people just can't be bothered with because they don't see the value in it. The thing being with sending a thank you card out, even if you've already done your follow-up, is that it's just another contact with prospective buyers and maybe prospective vendors. So you're seen to have a point of difference from all the other plebs out there who just do the normal, less than average criteria of handling real estate sales. It's not that hard, it's not rocket science. It's doing something a little bit different from everybody else. So with your open home register, as I said, have as much information gathered on there, and some people are a bit vague with it. If you've got time, it's no harm to pick up the register and just say to the people, oh, hey look, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I didn't get your postal address. Do you mind if we grab that just in case I need to send you something? Some people will say yes, some people will say no. It's okay, work with what you can. But also the email and their mobile phone. So once that's over and all done, and you've had your conversations in the open homes and given the people your open home packs with all that extra information that they won't get anywhere else, the thing now is to, if you have time, and a lot of people will struggle with this, but on your phone, if you've got a little template made up on your phone which says, thanks very much for visiting my open home at 10 Smith Road. I'll give you a call a bit later to discuss your thoughts on the property. Cheers, Agent X. Now, if you can text those out, if you had 5 or 6 people come through your open home, which is normal, maybe 10 even, which is fairly normal sort of numbers, it doesn't take long to copy and paste out of your templates app or your notes files into a text and shoot it off to these people. Again, some salespeople do it already, but very, very few. It's another point of contact, making you look better than all the others. So how good is that? And then my suggestion is on Sunday evening, make it part of your business plan to actually do as many phone calls as you can. From about 7 through to about 8, maybe 8:15, get as many follow-up calls and have good discussions with people. Remember to ask good questions about what it is they're looking for, when they're hoping to do it, all those sort of things. Not just, is that house of interest to you, yes or no? Okay, it's not, goodbye. These people are honestly out looking, so make the use of the contacts that you can create through your open homes. It's really important that you do that. And you may find a potential vendor in that lot as well. And now that's not a bad thing. The other thing you want to make sure that you do at your open homes is make sure that you actually signpost them well. You have your open home signs at the end of the street, but don't just put one little sign out the front of the open home saying open home. Put 4 or 5 out. Put a flag on the back of your car or under your wheel and those sort of things. Have a branded flag saying open home on now or whatever it is, and your brand on it. It's an expense, yes, it's a couple of $100, but over a period of a few years, it'll well and truly pay for itself. Most salespeople are too lazy to put out more than one sign, and they just put one little sign at the front gate. Well, make it a little bit of a show. Put 4 or 5 signs out. Put them across the road if you can. Put your flag up, as I say, under your car wheel or on your tow bar, whatever you've got available, and have it outside. Make it really obvious that there's an open home there. Make it a show. Most open homes run for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and that's fine. But here's another little tip about open homes. If you've only got 2 or 3 listings, either A, consider doing, with the vendor's approval of course, doing an open home maybe on Saturday afternoon and on Sunday, or maybe run one open home at 10 o'clock in the morning and the second one for the same property at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And maybe so if you did one at 10 o'clock and then you do your next listing at maybe 11 o'clock and your next one at 12, and then back to the first one at 1, 2 and 3 again. You might think, oh shit, why do I have to go through all this effort? Oh my God, imagine if you actually sold the fucking house and got paid. How good would that be? And it's just creating availability, because not everyone can get to your 10 o'clock or your 11 o'clock or your 12 o'clock open home because they want to look at several properties that have open homes at the same time. So if you give them some opportunity to come in twice, it's not a bad thing. And if it's a hot listing, it's a great way of getting numbers through the doors and getting those multi-offers and that sort of thing. Be prepared to work just a little bit harder than all the other agents and get better results. That's all about open homes today. I'm David Seymour, the nitty gritty of selling. Love to have your comments below.